Welcome, everybody, to the Puras Pendejadas podcast. I am your host, Rob D., and we have a super special Puras Pendejadas / Soundz Reel edition. All right. Ackurett is here. This is kind of like his show, too.
Press the button.
Shit. It is on. It's recording.
No, the button for the applause.
Oh, shit. My bad. I forgot you like the...
Yeah. Because if you leave that near me, that one's fine, too.
This one?
Yeah,
right.
Go back to that one.
All right. And say hello to Ackurett, everybody.
Hello, Ackurett.
There.
All right. And then we have one half of Soundz Reel here with us. Everybody, so let's say hello to Jack.
I am Jack from Soundz Reel. Soundz Reel?
Yeah, Soundz Reel.
All right.
So this is going to be an interesting special edition of Puras Pendejadas / Soundz Reel.
Awesome.
It's going to be on both of our channels. So welcome everybody back. Why has he been gone for so long? It's none of your fucking business, really. And hello to everybody from the Soundz Reel channel.
Yay.
Yes. Hello.
As everybody's aware, Jason is on hiatus.
He's on hiatus,
Right?
yes.
But he'll be back when he's back. Don't fucking worry about it.
Yeah. He's doing fine.
Yeah, he's fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's doing good.
We'll send your loves and
Good
kisses
stand.
to him.
Yeah.
All right. So we just showed. So we have a project, right? We have Energy 2 coming out really soon, and we just showed Jack the whole project. So he has questions for us,
Yeah.
and yeah, we'll start with that.
Okay, well, first of all, I really want to thank you guys, and I appreciate you inviting me and
No problem, man. Thanks for coming.
actually allowing me to hear what you guys have been doing.
Yeah.
And so my first question is, when is this going to drop?
Go ahead.
So the official release date would be October 28th, 2024.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I did hear it. I loved it.
Wait, do you have like a follow-up question to that?
Yeah, I do, but I'm gonna come back to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of circle
Yeah,
back because
yeah.
I'm gonna
Okay.
ask you about
Nothing's off limits, Jack.
yeah, I was gonna ask you about performing it and doing it, but I just wanted to bring up some stuff that when I was listening to, and I do want to thank you guys for sharing this with me.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And so, first of all, I know that the last project was therapy, right? Or
That was mine.
that was
So-
your
Solo
project.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one is Energy 2 with Ackurett. So this is your project. When you guys do it together, you guys are considered Energy?
Yeah, because we have Energy 1. I don't think we're a group called Energy, but we have Energy 1 that came out. We had like a theme for that.
Yeah.
The way that came about was I initially came up with the idea to Ackurett, and I told him like I had finished my album,
Mm-hmm.
and I told him I have an idea of making like a collab album, but I want to get artists from here and then collab. While I was kind of cooking up that idea, he went into like hibernation, and he just went into producing.
Okay.
So we just started learning all
Stopped
that
writing.
Yeah.
Just stuck to producing.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we kind of like, we didn't really communicate. We kind of did communicate because he was still on Instagram, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But
Good old days.
but we really didn't like work,
Yeah.
So finally, I was like, okay, I think I'm done. This is my next idea, right? And I had done the first track,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when I told him like I want to do something. I was just reaching out to him to be like one of the artists that I'm gonna work with and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well, actually, I've been working on producing. And I was like, what? And then he started showing me what he had. And I was like, holy shit. Not just because I know him, but I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is special. So we went from like, yeah, let's work on something to, yeah, I just ended up, asking him like, you want to produce the whole thing? And he's like, yeah. So that's how Energy 1 came about. And then we reached out to some artists and stuff. And it was really special. It's a really special
The first
project.
one, yeah, the first one.
Was there like a concept behind that, or was just like who's writing the lyrics, or did you guys allow each of the?
Yeah, man, this is good questions, Jack. So the way it worked was, so we got together. I kind of gave him the idea, right?
Yeah.
And I had already done one track, and I was like, look, it's called Energy. I'm guessing we called it energy. You know what I mean? And we'll get everybody's energies, and we'll see how we'll showcase how everybody meshes well.
Oh, okay.
But then he's like, okay, let's choose the beats, or let's make them. Okay, cool. So then he had
I Weigh, the first I Weigh.
Oh, yeah,
was already.
yeah, I Weigh.
We picked that one out. And then
Like Me
and One of One.
and One of One.
We're
So-
already.
Yeah, so he said, I have these in the stash.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she showed me what he had, and then we ended up picking those three. So then we made one, because I was like, it'd be cool if we could make one together. And we made one. That one's called Snap.
Mm-hmm.
And then that first track was like what was going to set everything off. And I was like, you know what? It'd be cool if you could say you produced the whole project.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think we can like make that beat? And then he ended up, and it
Yeah.
fit perfectly. And
Yeah.
it just like elevated the track. Now, like, you can't hear it. Just
The original.
the original's like, no. It has to
Yeah,
be this. So, but yeah, so then what he would do is, he showed me the beats, and then I would come up with the hooks, and then I would lay down my verse, and then that's what we would send to the artists.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, here, just fill it in. You know what I mean? So that was the approach.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was very, packaged nice and neat. Here you go.
Yeah.
Have at it.
And they brought their own style. They brought their
Yeah.
own rap.
Yeah, we
their own lyrics and
we
everything.
encouraged them to like be yourself.
Yeah.
Be Chuco. Be.
Yeah. Just,
And they all were right here, and they all recorded right here. I recorded everybody.
right here in the studio.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
right here.
right here. Everybody.
Awesome.
Yeah, so it was cool. And one of the things that everybody said, which was weird, like good weird, was that it made them uncomfortable. Like the beat, like even though it sounded good, they
Yeah.
were like, it challenged me. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like I didn't know how to approach it. Everybody said that.
Yeah.
We work with 4 other artists, and they all said the same thing. It's like, yeah, we have something special here.
Oh yeah, and that's something on this new one
Yeah,
that I heard on certain songs that where things change up,
yeah,
and I love that. I like the first song, I Wait Too, right?
yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was 2 songs.
yeah,
But there's another song too that you did it again.
yeah,
I think Lights Out,
yeah,
where it starts off on this certain beat and all of a
Strictly
sudden,
Rob's idea.
yeah, and then it just switches up on you.
yeah.
And you're like, okay, where's this going? But I like that. It makes it interesting. I like to hear music that, where you as artists are being challenged by trying to fit your style into something that's a little different. The audience is being challenged as well, because you're hearing this song and also now you have to shift. And you're like, so I like that. I love when I'm challenged as a listener.
Yeah.
When I'm hearing something, because it's interesting.
Yeah.
It's different,
That's cool you say
Yeah.
that too, Jack, because that was even an interesting thing. So
Yeah.
I think the first one we did like that was I Weigh Too,
Mhm.
right? And I was like, I know this is going to be hard for you to understand right now,
Oh god.
but we're going to have to do another beat. And he's like, what?
Yeah.
And I was like, and I explained it to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is how it's going to sound. Boom, 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 everything. And he's just like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, the tempo's off.
Yeah.
How is it going to transition?
Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? You know what I mean? And I was like, just trust me.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, as a creative, it was a good challenge for me,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it was a bigger challenge for him.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is what it's calling to do. So we have to at least try. And I was okay with if it didn't work out,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
We'll just keep on and whatever. I told him, but this is what I'm hearing. And even then, we started working on the beat. I gave him the drums, and I was like, while he's working on it, he's like, I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't get what you're trying to do. I was like, trust me, dude.
Yeah.
Just fucking
I don't
trust
get it,
me.
but I'm gonna make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like,
And it better sound good.
yeah. And he was like, dude, if this is going to happen, like, you got to bring it, dude. And I was like, I already hear it, man.
Yeah.
Like, you just have to, like, it's already done. You just have to make it tangible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And don't worry about it. I got it from there.
Mm-hmm.
And we started creating it, and he was just like, I don't understand. And then, I don't know, by the time it was done or something like that, because he had kind of worked on the beat, and he was like this, and I was like, yeah. And he sent me like a rough version of the beat, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And
it
I
was just
sent
the
it to him.
keys.
Yeah.
That you hear at the beginning of it.
Yeah, because I told him, just give me the drums, dude. Just give me drums, all right? I need them to sound like this, and then just sprinkle a little bit, and then send it to me. I'll lay down what I lay down, and then from there, you're going to take the wheel, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're going to... And he's like, all right. So he sent it to me. I laid down the verse, sent it back to him. He's like, oh, I understand now.
Yeah.
And I was like, you get it? And he's like, oh, yeah. And he just
Like,
finished
watch
cooking
this.
it.
You know, isn't it amazing when you're working with someone you could trust, as far as like and you have these ideas, and the other person, like, you know, in Ackurett's case, is like, well, I don't see it, I don't hear, you know, but
Twice.
but you trust them twice, yeah,
Twice.
but you trust them, and because you could hear stuff in your own head, you know, it's like, I don't know, it could work, it just, but when you have that talent too,
Yeah.
where it's like, okay, I'm gonna trust you. I know that you have it in you because you're talented enough to bring it, and then boom, it awakens you, right? And you're like, oh, there it is.
And he just took it, and then he just like, brrr, and then he ended up coming up with the transition. Like, everything just fell into place. I was like, you gotta trust it, man. You
Yeah.
gotta trust that it's already written, and we're just like the vessel.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I would say it's kind of like, that's why like the album covers are like that.
Mm-hmm.
Is because like when one has not a bad game, but they're just not. They have the same intention of reaching that goal, the
Mhm.
pinnacle of winning the championship, but if someone's not, and not, I wouldn't say not competing, but not
Bringing it all the 100%, or
yeah, they just can't get their shot off. It's just not going there. But like it falls back onto the other teammate to pick up the slack.
yeah,
So when he says like, "Yo, I hear all this stuff. Like, I need you to carry us to the finish line."
yeah.
All right, man. Like, I'll see what I can do, but you
Yeah.
I'll meet you there at the finish line. But,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do my part, and I'm gonna drop the 40 points or whatever.
yeah, like, I'm
Just,
gonna set you up with the sick ass assist, man. But I need you to fucking,
I'm gonna get every rebound,
yeah.
but
But you need to be there.
you better cut.
to
You
make
better play
that shot.
defense. You better like do all the little things too.
Yeah,
So-
and it brings you to your A game.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And obviously the final product, it's great, and I
Thank
think
you.
it
Thank
really
you.
is. It threw me off. It was like, but I liked that. I was like, oh, well, I want to hear it again, because I was like, okay, I want to follow it now.
Yeah.
because it's so interesting.
Yeah.
You know. So as far as Energy Fest,
Energy 2.
Energy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk about Energy Fest. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm
it's
getting
all right,
confused.
it's all right.
Energy 2. Yeah, I caught myself. I was like, okay, ahead of myself. Okay, so Energy 2. So what brought you guys back together to do your collab?
That's interesting too. Go ahead.
I would say, yeah, we're gonna go towards working on his second follow-up album to Therapy. So we're gonna do Therapy 2, and that was the goal, to just go through whatever I have in production. If not, we're gonna create, and start picking out beats and start getting the concepts, and just we're kind of like in a limbo of just like where to take that direction of that project, because like we know what we have now, we understand each other's dynamics and what we bring, but we just don't want to release stuff just to release it, just to have music out there, to have content. Like, we want it to be a true thorough listen. So I was like, yo, it's been a while since we did Energy. Like, let's look at that project. Like, we could follow that up instead and put that one on the back burner and start working on this one. And he was like, yeah, let's try going through that one and see what happens.
Yeah.
And just, we started going through the beats, and boom, he found one. I'm like, all right. I was like, cool. And we found another 2. We're like, all right, cool. And then from there, we just started building. I think we selected about 7 or 8, but we wanted to keep it to 5, because that's what the original
The original was.
Yeah, it was 5 tracks, so we had to cut 3 off But
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, are those coming out anytime soon?
What?
There are 3? No,
They don't exist.
They don't exist.
Yeah.
Okay, they're in the ether.
Yeah. And that's another interesting.
they're there.
We have a reason why we stick to 5. You know what I mean? And but yeah, piggybacking off of what Ackurett was saying too. We're both dealing with like life. You know what I mean?
No,
So
I hear you.
yeah. So at the same time, it's like, okay, like we feed off of each other's energy. So it's like,
Yeah.
how you doing? How you doing? This is what I'm going through. This is what I'm going through. I was dealing with shit with my knee. Like I'm always creating, but like, shit wasn't working out, which like, thank God you came into our lives last year, because I know I needed it. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That whole dynamic, the whole shows, and just focusing on that.
Yeah.
Like, you have no idea how much that shit helped me, because I wasn't in a good space,
Oh, okay.
and this was a good way to be creative.
Yeah.
Like, it was another lane. Like, let's focus on shows,
Yeah.
the set list, performing, and then just like sharpening. So like, you have no idea, man. Rehearse. Like, we're here just like knocking it out, and so yeah, I'm like super grateful you guys came into the picture and reached out, and that really helped. It helped us, but I know definitely personally,
Yeah.
helped me a bunch, because I was in a good spot. And then finally things were, and then, we're both dealing with life, you know what I mean? So we're both kind of like this. And then at a certain part, we kind of like, hey, I'm good. Oh, well, I'm good too. Things are kind of.
What are you working on?
Yeah. Like,
working on?
yeah. What do you got? Oh, I got, what do you got? And then it's like, okay, cool. So then we kind of start on working on therapy too. And then I was like, I know where I want to take this, but it's going to take time. Right? Because I know I have the vision of where I want to take it, and I have to shake off what I've just been through.
We even selected a lot of the beats for that project.
Yeah. And so we were there, right? And I was telling him, like, because he would like, so what do you got? And I'm like, it's not coming, but because I know where I want to take it. Yeah. But it's just, I'm not there yet. More like on a personal level, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just like,
I'm sorry to interrupt, but is therapy more of a personal, introspective project? Yeah. He works with you on it, produces and stuff like that, but it's really a deeper connection. Is that what it is? I'm not taking away from energy, but I'm saying that's kind of.
Yeah, because like therapy 1 is just like, it's all me. I called it therapy for a reason, like even the way I got to that point. And then I worked on Alert, which was the last track that was recorded for therapy with him.
Yeah.
So then
that's a really good track.
Yeah. Thank you. And then, so by energy, we kind of made an agreement, like, all right, whatever we do, we're in this together. Yeah. Like whatever I'm putting out, you're producing. Like, and we work out the logistics on that. You know what I mean? Like it's as much as your album as it is mine, because I need you there. This cannot happen without you. And he understands the ideas I'm bringing and stuff. Yeah. And then he kind of like, like he was saying earlier, that team dynamic of like this, like, yeah. So yeah, it's more of a personal, point of view of what I'm feeling. So yeah, so there was that, and then I guess he kind of noticed, like, all right, this is taking some time, and he's like, and the way the timeline went, right? It went like therapy 1, energy 1, and then I have a mixtape, therapy sessions. So then it's like, okay, so then it would be therapy 2, energy 2. Yeah. And, you know what I mean? But then he's like, what if we just start working on energy 2? And he's like, that way maybe you could start getting to the groove of things, you know what I mean? That we can. And I was like, that's an awesome idea. It's like, yes, let's do that.
And this project started in?
I would say like February, March.
Yeah,
that's when we're like, yes, let's do it. And yeah, it's like the best thing that could have happened. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's how it got started.
Well, I definitely dig it. I really do. And I kind of want to hear it again.
We'll play it again.
Yeah. It really, it's really very, it's very special to hear something where you have that oh my god, I'm excited. This is cool.
Yeah,
You know,
it was good.
and I know,
Yeah.
Ackurett, weren't you working on some solo stuff a while back? Was that last year, right?
Yeah, I'm still working on it, but I knew that this was gonna take more time because
And you kind of put that aside.
I
right?
put it aside just because this became more important,
Yeah.
and at the time, a couple months ago, and I just felt like if we really push it and we work towards it, yeah, we can knock this out.
Mm-hmm.
And I know where we're headed with the vision that he sees, and we're being on the same page. So it's like, this is more the solo album. Yeah, like I do want it to come out, and
Mm-hmm.
of course I wanted it this year to be, but things happen,
Yeah.
and
Life.
I mean, yeah, life happens.
Oh, and it will. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And like I
just
told
like
you
therapy
again.
too. Like we
Yeah.
wanted to come out, just
Yeah.
it'll happen when it happens, and just this one came like really quick, and
Yeah. Because you guys brought that energy together. Yeah.
You see what I mean?
definitely, yeah.
Wow.
So
Well,
it-
you know, as far as some of the tracks, though, I did want to mention some of the standout ones.
Yeah.
Like, let me know. I've noticed that there's a lot of humor in some of the lyrics. You know,
Yeah.
and I do. I like that.
Cool.
But the one that stood out a lot for me, well, they all kind of did, but Goodfellas, I was kind of digging that whole West Coast. Is that kind of like a paying a homage to the old gangster 90s West Coast sound? 'Cause it has that West Coast sound, and that's a really cool tune. Even talking about, you know, pumping the Pioneers and the Alpines.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, oh man, this is like a really
Yeah.
cool kind of cruising.
Yeah. I
song.
think it's
It gets attention.
Yeah.
I think the whole project and I think our style, like we don't really have a style because we're kind of representative of the city, which is like a melting pot,
Yeah.
right? We're not West Coast, we're not South, we're not East Coast, but we're kind of like in the middle of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't help but to, you know, hone in to the styles that we appreciate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Your
So-
influences.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, I could do that too. Like, matter of fact, and like, you know, he starts naming off our influences and shit.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I noticed
Snoop,
that.
Dre, you know.
That's a really cool song.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
really dug that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there was the one, I guess it was I Wait, coming back to that one,
Yeah.
I Wait Too, where the second part of the song goes into like the synth, like an 80s synth type of
Yeah.
it kind of reminded me like the, you know, when you're watching those 80s movies, those
Yeah.
horror films,
Yeah.
they would use that type of music, and I thought, oh, this is really
Yeah.
innovative. This is really cool.
And that's the credit to him. That's all his fault.
Yeah.
Like-
I
like,
would say.
He just took it there. That's the part where I told
Yeah.
him, like, just give me these drums,
Mm-hmm.
right? I envision it already, and then after that, have at it. And that's what he brings. Like, I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I totally dug that. Kind of remind me of like one of the soundtracks, like maybe Phantasm or a John
I've told-
Carpenter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've told Rob like plenty of times, like I'm gonna produce the soundtrack to a horror film. One
You
day.
should.
Like,
Yeah.
because like it's like what, you know, like whether Rob or like you know, some other artists, they're like, why do you produce so many dark beats? Like, feels like it's, you know, like it's to a horror flick.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know, just it comes natural and just easy, and I just gravitate towards those sounds, and like they just, I could feel, you know, and you could, you know, when you hear it.
Oh yeah, you
It just-
definitely. I was like, oh man, this is really cool.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, you know,
Yeah.
you're gonna score movies and TV shows. Like, if you were
Yeah,
to
that
listen
would
to
be-
his production, like
Yeah.
the rest of this shit, I'm like, dude, this is a movie.
Mhm.
This is a movie scene right here. And I'll tell him like, you know, everything. He's like, really? I was like, yes, dude. Like,
He tells me his ideas for, like, you know, I see this happening in this beat and that, and this one I hear this. And I'm
And you
like,
kind
oh,
of
okay.
just put it all
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then he kind of gave me confidence too, because I was insecure about like slow tempo beats, getting on
Mhm.
those. So I remember he told me once, he's like this song right here, dude, like yeah, you could do this and this, but when you do this,
Mm-hmm.
like what? And I was like, really? You think so? And he's like, oh yeah. So that kind of like fed into that, you know, that
Yeah.
part of the song. It's like I'm comfortable with it now. It's like, oh yeah, I could do this too. So I was like, give me these drums, this tempo, and I'll take it from here.
What was the most difficult song that you guys worked on this album?
I think writing wise,
Mm-hmm.
well, beats, I don't know. If you want
Producing wise was
Yeah,
Let
go
Me
first.
Know.
Really?
If you like, if I were to play the instrumental version,
Mhm.
there's so many little things in there
That are going on.
and it was difficult to get the frequencies down because like they're very high pitched,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to just keep them above level but still stand out and not get so buried into the track that you don't even notice them. So like if you hear the instrumental, you'll be like, dang, that's there. Wow. So like that one was for me for producing the beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think me writing wise was Goodfellas.
Goodfellas?
Yeah, because it wasn't Goodfellas.
Yeah.
It was just
It was
A
they
beat.
had another title.
it
It
was
had
a beat, and I think I rewrote that like 3 times.
yeah.
So I would send boom, I would lay it down and send it to him, and he's
Mhm.
like,
Oh, nah,
I don't
know.
think this is it, and I'm like, but that's what that's what makes our dynamic so special because he'll tell me
Yeah.
it's not it.
Yeah. You could call each other out.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
like, no, it's not. I think you could do better.
And you could push your ego away.
Oh,
right?
definitely.
Yeah.
We
Just
remove
put
the
it
ego.
aside,
We
yeah.
definitely remove the ego because we understand that this is for the song.
Mhm.
We want to make a record. We want it to live forever, and we want to make sure it has a replay factor.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And he'll tell me like, nah, this isn't it. I'm like, okay, cool. I don't take it personal, nothing like that. And I think when I sent him like the second version, I sent it to him. I laid it down, and right when I sent it off, I was like, this isn't it either. And he told me, he's like,
Yeah.
nah,
Like,
man,
don't listen to that.
yeah, like I'm not trying to, but this isn't it either. I was like, yeah, I didn't think so. Hold on, let me send you something right now. And then I laid something else down.
Yeah.
Have sleep on it, you know?
Yeah.
No, I got this.
Yeah, I was like, no, hold on. So then, yeah, when I sent, I think this is like the third, not fourth, probably like the
Third version of
yeah,
it.
third version of it. And then
Mhm.
that's when it just like, it clicked.
was
Because I
like,
would
we're
send
s-
them,
We're keeping that one.
yeah, I think I would send them the hook, a hook and a verse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I got to figure that shit out too.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then, yeah, by the third, then that's what you hear. Now you hear good.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
it's like,
That's a
now
tough
it's like,
tune.
oh
Yeah.
shit, this is
Yeah.
it. Like, right? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
And as far as like when you write as
Yeah.
well, as when you write your lyrics and stuff
Uh-huh.
like that, is it independent? Usually, I'm assuming you write, like bring forth the I guess the theme of the song,
Yeah.
or and then you follow that, or
Whoever, like, we come up with the ideas
Mm-hmm.
and what we land on, like, that's the direction of the song. So, like, Rob, when we picked out these beats, Rob already had, like, the vision
Mhm.
of, like, how collectively it would sound
yeah,
of these 5 beats, not including
The other two
the
that
other
were
2
made.
that were created
Yeah.
in the after progress. But he knew how it would sound and what he wanted the tracks to be about.
Mhm.
And for me, like, if you already tell me the topic, like, I can mold my verse to what
to what's
What
going
it's
on,
gonna be, yeah.
what the theme of the song is
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Great, yeah,
Yeah, I think we cut off a lot of fat like that too. Like, not only am I gonna send them a verse, let me send them a hook. That way we know exactly what we're talking about, the theme and everything.
Mhm.
So just send it to him, and the same thing. If he says no, then it's like, okay, cool. Because I trust him. Plus,
Yeah.
I have my team. I have my daughter, which she has a great ear,
yeah.
and then I have my wife. She's
Mhm.
like brutally honest. It fucking hurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
But-
when that's when your ego really has to
Yeah.
be put aside.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, god damn. And then I have my big brother too, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just like I have them, and then now I have Ackurett. So now it's like, you fucking kidding me, man? Like I feel I'm spoiled, you know, like
Yeah.
motherfucker. But yeah, talk amongst yourself.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what happened?
So no, we get
Oh.
extra visual effects
Oh, okay. I thought
from our sponsor Asus.
Yeah, right. Fuck that. You ain't sponsoring us. I need to see that check first. No,
So what's the future for you guys?
go ahead. I'm gonna fuck with this. Don't worry about it. Focus on them.
As far as performing, I guess now we could talk about Energy Fest.
Yeah, for Energy Fest, I would still think we're trying to get that back in the works eventually, and to start performing just more. With the release of this project, like I know last time we handled a 30-minute set, and that was like we're like figuring out how we're gonna do that.
What was the question? Sorry.
The future of
okay. All right, cool.
of you guys, and we're talking about Energy Fest. I guess that's
Oh,
going to
okay,
play a
okay.
part into
So
this.
yeah, so I was like, Energy Fest, we're still trying to get that back in the works, like with going to other venues and seeing if we can implement that.
Oh yeah, that shit is still happening too. Energy Fest coming soon. Fuck you. Don't ask for time. It's coming. And never mind. And then
And the Patreon.
yeah, and man, we got.
We're still on Patreon, believe it or not.
Yeah, yeah.
We're still there. It's active.
But yeah, go ahead. So then.
And yeah, just with this project coming out, like it's good to have some new stuff to perform, and just add to our set. Whether it's me performing solo or I just DJ for Rob, like we're just putting in more work to just get back out there. Like, not to say like we can't perform the old stuff, but now it's even more motivation to get back out there
and perform
and
this.
perform. Yeah.
Would this be performed in its entirety?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
To do all, yeah.
Hell yeah.
That'd be
Yeah. I mean,
smashing.
that's what it was made for, So
Yeah.
Yeah, the Energy Fest is very special because I don't think people understand what the vision is with that.
Y'all should have been there. It was a great show.
Yeah.
If I was invited at the time and I knew him, I lived like literally like 5 minutes away.
Could have walked.
I could have walked.
I know.
No shit, huh?
Yeah, I found out later. So,
But it's like we were telling you earlier too, Jack. Like, like I don't think it's understood. Like, we pull this shit off, man, and for us, it's like a trophy.
Yeah.
Right. That nobody knows about. And it's like, if we could make that happen, we can make anything happen. And that goes to us in general. Like we say all the time, we don't need a studio. We have a studio right here.
Yeah.
We don't need a producer. We have a producer right here. We don't need anything, right? Even this shit right here.
Yeah.
We're doing this. We don't need anybody, anything. Like, all we need is the platform. That's it.
Yeah.
For example, YouTube, Spotify, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But and having that much power, some people don't understand that there's a lot of work to be done.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right? So like we were telling you earlier with the first Energy Fest, is like there's so much work that went into that, man. But there's so many pieces that have to be working in order to make that shit happen. And it was not smooth at all.
Oh yeah.
It was not smooth, but it's possible. It's possible. So it's like, if we can make that one happen, imagine if someone has our back. You know what I mean? Like,
Shit.
forget it, man. And it's just a matter of time. It's the same thing. Like, I see it. Like, it's going to happen. Because it needs to happen. To go to what you were saying earlier about the shows. No one's showing up.
Yeah. There's
Why,
something
though?
going on.
Yeah.
Why? There has to be a reason why. There's no connection. There's no...
Would you contribute that to promotion of the event, or?
Well, I think sometimes when there's a pop-up show,
Yeah.
you know, it's a band's coming through and it's a pop-up show. You got like maybe a week the notice of it. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because I don't go to a lot of rap shows. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
So
let me move this out of here.
oh yeah. So I usually go to like the hard rock, the heavy metal, and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know if there's a shift that people just want something different, or they're looking for something that's alternative to the heavy metal scene.
Yeah.
And because I do know that I've seen like there's more DJs coming up at these clubs. What I've also seen is the goth communities getting a little bit more more bands from the goth communities coming in.
Yeah.
So I don't know if just people are burnt out on the metal scene or not. I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate from me saying this. You're gonna get all these comments like, "Screw that guy."
Yeah, no,
but the reality is this. The fact of the matter is this. I've been to so many shows, and if there's people are saying like, "Oh man, heavy metal," it's like, dude, you're not there. I know because I'm there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And well, Soundz Reel was there, so we know what shows were popping and what shows weren't.
Yeah.
You know. And I just wish that there was more love for the local scene and more love for the community.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's like we've said too, or Ackurett said, right now, you know, the scene is struggling, we're struggling, you know what I mean, to get out there, whatever. Once it pops off, once we pop off and everything like that, you're gonna have those people saying, I was there the whole time. I was there I was there. And it's like you said, like, you know who was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like, it is what it is, man. But I think it's our duty to do something about it. You know, hence Energy Fest. Like, Energy Fest isn't just, of course, the foundation of it is us, you know, hip hop and everything, but its core is music.
Yeah.
You know, like we were telling you guys before, like, this is gonna be hip hop, rock, fucking banda, like everything. It has to be music. Like, this is what's needed.
Yeah,
it's just you motherfuckers don't understand.
And I
open your DMs.
No, I mean, I think that's like the mixture of different genres, you know, be on one stage.
Yeah,
I think that's amazing. I think like when we had you guys on the Soundz Reel show, you know, the show that we put at the Rock House.
Yeah.
You know, that's what we kind of wanted, was kind of that mix. You know, I wanted rappers, we wanted a little bit of some, you know, indie or punk, and then, you know, some metal and just a little, you know, some death metal.
And we can all, it could be an ecosystem. You know what I mean? I'm not like, that's where a lot of people get it fucked up too, is that just because I'm saying what I'm saying about Energy Fest, right, doesn't mean that's the only one that's going to be like this. No, Energy Fest can exist along with Soundz Reel, you know, along with, you know, whatever the fuck else, and they could all be the same thing. You know what I mean? And it's just like, you're doing yourself and the people a disservice if you just want it all for yourself.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with like us throwing our show, you know what I mean, and then getting on your show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong. Like, people are fucking weird.
Yeah. Do you think it's ego, or what do you think it is, or just people are just not?
I think it's insecurity.
I
think people, ego, insecurity. They want some type of control. You know what I mean? Because people talk shit. You know, oh, you're on a show, really? And then, you know, they just start talking out of their ass, and then they're like, well, not really. Well, it's because, and it's just like, it's okay to say no, or I don't know.
Yeah. Like,
I'm just on the show, dude. Like, you want to go or not?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what I think. I fucking hate
you. So with that said, you guys are going to drop this album?
Yeah.
In October?
Yeah.
Yeah, the October 28th, 2024. That's when.
Why that day? Is there any significance behind it? Or?
There's plenty of reasons, but I like his.
So we selected that date because the first Energy was July
30th,
2021. So I was like, it's now been 3 years. I'm like, damn. I'm like, well, we're working so close on it. We're finishing, putting the final touches on it. Like, we gotta pick a day. I'm like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, well, if you find something, like, let me know. And I was like, all right. So I started looking. I'm like, I plugged in some numbers, just numerology, and I landed on October 28th, which 2024, which is 3 years, 8 weeks, and 34 days from the original release date.
Yeah.
So 3 years, which is 3 championships that they won on the three-peat.
Okay.
On the Lakers. 8 is what Kobe wore, which is the 8 weeks, and then 34 days is what the number Shaq wore.
Oh wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Yeah, it is kind of creepy, man. I don't know.
I was like,
And then I told
yeah.
Rob too, like last month was the 30th anniversary of Goodfellas.
Oh,
yeah. He just
Yeah.
started sending me like these facts, and I was like,
where things linked together.
yeah, I was like, all right,
Yeah.
yeah, this is happening on this day.
Yeah.
But also, off of that, we want to. We're very aware of where the music industry is, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we don't want to just follow what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't want to say we want to be ahead of the game, because the moves that we're planning on doing are being done. It's just, it's not, unless you really
not
look into it.
popular.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not popular. You know
For
what I mean?
underground artists.
Yeah, like streaming right now is, you know, I don't know if you caught it, like we kind of touch on that subject, like, you know, streaming thing,
Yeah.
situation, everything like that. So it's like, no, you want to control, you want to, I don't want to say, like, our goals is to live off of what we want
Mm-hmm.
to do. You know what I mean? I want to live off of doing this.
Yeah.
You know, I want to live off of doing this.
Mhm.
I want to live off of, I want to wake up in the morning and look forward to whatever it is I got going on.
Mm-hmm.
I want to live off of doing shows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But to be realistic, you know how this music shit is. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
how
Yeah.
do you make a living off of it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you sell merch? We got merch.
Mm-hmm.
Do you sell your music?
Sell CDs.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what do you do? So we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to
Mhm.
figure it out. So it's like, okay, streaming right now, I've been on streaming since 2020,
Mm-hmm.
right? From 2020 till now, I made $10.
Yikes. Yeah.
13, I think. $13,
Mm-hmm.
which is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the whole time it's just like, I'm trying to keep my ear out. Like, how does this working? Like, where's it going to? Like,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on? What are the other options? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you get the, what do you say? Like, you get to like see us. You know what I mean? Like, you get
Yeah.
to, you know, put us on the Instagram stories and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like, you know, but what's going on?
Yeah.
What
You know,
else? Like,
What else? Like, what's the big picture? You know what I mean? And part of it is, I saw this video with like Snoop. Even he's asking like, what's going on, man?
Yeah.
Like, how is it that you make, you have 1 million streams but don't have $1 million?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on?
Yeah. There's some kind of disconnect.
Something is up. So we want to take the power into our own hands and be like, all right, fuck it. So I took my shit off streaming,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and now it's like, okay, let's go direct to consumer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And part of it is, you know, this, like what we showed you.
Yeah.
This is like the new CD. You know what I mean? In a way. It also costs to do all this shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do we want vinyl? Do we want
Yeah.
CDs? Of course we do. But we have to find the middle ground to where it's like, this is the new physical, digital, like.
Mm-hmm.
because not just vinyl sales are going back up, but CD sales are starting to creep back up.
Well, I love physical media.
Yeah,
I
me too.
love-
Yeah, I've always
You know, I went to that show
Reading the
last
booklets
night.
and-
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I went to the show last night. They had their vinyl, right? And both bands, both
Hell
nationals. And I'm like, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'll take that one. And I'll take that one. You know,
Shit.
because I go home and it's
Yeah.
I open up the vinyl. I'm reading the lyric sheet.
What'd you
know?
get? Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like,
You play it, drink
Yeah.
a beer.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you're right. I put that needle down, and I listen to it in its entirety, and I get to flip it and hear it in its entirety, and I'm actually engaging in the music. And it's the same thing with the CD.
Yeah.
You know, you put that CD on, you open up the booklet, and you know, depending on how many songs are this huge poster thing or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm actually interacting with it and
Yeah.
engaging with it,
Yeah.
and I'm there and present.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll be honest with you, I stream a lot of music, but it's usually in the car. You know, I'm usually at work. I'm doing other things. It's in the background, and
Yeah.
I know that a lot of, you know, a lot of people, that's how they consume their music, is through streaming. But for me, there's something to be said about the tangible. You know.
And that's what we want.
Yeah.
We want, like, don't get me wrong, streaming is used, it has its purpose.
Yeah.
Like you said, you're at work, you're driving, whatever, it's easy, boop, whatever. But we want fans.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We want people that will carve out a day, not a day, but like time in their day to have the experience that we've created, because this takes not only money, it takes time,
Mm-hmm.
it takes energy,
Sacrifice.
a sacrifice. Like, there's so many times where I'm in here and my kids are like, Dad, or my wife's like, hey, you know, and I'm like, it's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's hard. And then you just like, okay, cool. So it's hard to find that balance.
Yeah.
And to just give that away is a slap in the face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not so much to be greedy, like, yeah, we want money. How do we get more money?
Yeah.
But it's like, we feel we should be compensated for our, you know, our time, our energy, our money, you know, all this shit.
And I agree, you know, and
You know
I
what I
agree
mean?
as far as
And it's worth it, you know? Like he
Mhm.
says, we offer satisfaction. Like, you will not regret,
mm-hmm.
you know, buying this shit. You
Yeah.
know? Tell me these fucking shirts aren't the shit, man. Come on, man.
It's hard work, you know. It's and like we've all heard one of our favorite albums, and like there's no better experience when you listen to it from no skips.
Yeah, yeah. From track
And I always
one
tell
to
Rob,
the
like,
end.
that's my goal, like for everything, like
Mhm.
just no skips. Like you shouldn't have to be like like next one, you know, and then get to the track you like one of the best experiences is just front to back, you know.
Yeah.
just-
No, I totally agree. Totally agree. And that's how I consume my music.
Yeah.
You know,
I could tell. I could
Yeah.
tell, like, when you're sitting here, you're listening to it, I was like, oh. Like-
Yeah.
Like,
Be quiet.
You're just, like, soaking it in.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I was like, whoa.
yeah.
That was cool.
And it's some of the songs I was listening to the lyrics. You know, that's why I said the humor.
Yeah.
There's some funny parts in there. You know, and it's like, okay, that's funny. That was a cool use of the word, or that, you know, or turn of a phrase. And then other times I was listening to the actual music that was, you know, that was behind, like
Fucking
that.
incredible.
Yeah, the 80s synth stuff that was going on. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, that's really cool. You know, or the West Coast one. And I was trying to kind of like focus on both. And it's like, okay, this is kind of cool. You know, you guys aren't gangster, you're good fellas. You know, I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Cool, man. Cool. Yeah. So it's just. So again, to go off of that, right? Why the date? Because we also want to. We were looking to release it on Bandcamp,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because we're like, okay, off of streaming.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to do streaming. How do we do this though? So then we started looking into it, and it's just us going back and forth, man. Like, I credit Ackurett a lot for like, hey, check this out,
Mm-hmm.
or look at this and this, because I'm like, my time is like, I only have time for so much, man. So that's where, like, I'm glad we're a team, because wherever I can't, he comes in,
Yeah.
and vice versa.
and vice versa. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's just like everything, Jack. Everything from producing to writing to mixing and mastering to research,
Mm-hmm.
merch, dude.
Yeah, promotion. And
Like
stuff like that.
like it was a job to get this shit. For it to exist,
Yeah.
like, you have no idea. I am not a graphic designer.
Mm-hmm.
I am not an audio engineer. I am not a fucking videographer.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't go to school for none of this shit.
Yeah.
But what's going on right now?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm wearing our shirt. We're shooting our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We're recording our music. We're producing our
Yeah.
like this shit is possible, man. And I'm not the highest fucking, what is it? The brightest tool in the shed,
Mm-hmm.
but this shit is possible. So
Absolutely.
imagine once we start getting compensated for our efforts,
Mm-hmm.
fucking game over, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
And-
we're gonna use it
I
to
was gonna
bring
say.
other people.
Yeah, and you can invest in it. You
Yeah.
can invest
Yeah.
in bigger projects
Help.
and community and stuff like that.
Exactly. That's our
Mhm.
intentions. You know what I mean? That's our intentions. So yeah, we're looking to build. So I would say just, you know, follow me on Instagram. You know, at Rob D Music.
I'm on X or Twitter at Ackurett1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we want to build a platform. We want to build a home where everybody can go and, you know,
Yeah.
like even the QR codes on the back of the shirts.
I didn't
Yeah.
notice that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it's very cool.
So
that is very, very cool. That's very
So,
innovative.
yeah,
I like
so
that.
you scan that. They're on the flash drives.
Oh,
Yeah. So why? Because it's gonna send you to our home base.
awesome.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it
That is
works.
so cool.
And it fucking works. Yeah. I made sure that
You're gonna
shit
take out
works.
your camera right now.
Yeah, do it right now. Right now. Yeah, so it's like we want to build a home. That way everybody can, find us, follow us, have access to us. You know what I mean? And that I think that
there's
release
too
date,
much glare.
It's too much glare.
Yeah, I'll try it right now though.
it fucking works, so trust me.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe you.
But that gives us enough time to build what we want to build too,
Mm-hmm.
because it's work. Again, we have lives, we have families. We understand what we want to get done. We don't want to half-ass it.
Mm-hmm.
But in order to get to that point, we need time. Just like we needed time for this. Like you said, you asked, like, when did this start? It started back like in February, March. But it's not just, hey, send me the beat. Hey, let's record it. Boom, done.
Yeah.
Nah, man. There's a lot. There's a lot. I'm not an audio engineer. I'm mixing and mastering everything. And if you were to see how many times, there's a number next to the track.
Yeah.
That's how many times I've tweaked
That,
the fucking song. Yeah.
I can imagine. Oh yeah, that's so cool.
You know what I mean?
Wow, it takes you to everything then.
Yeah. You could find us individually. You know what I mean? It's everything, everything. So we just want to build on that. Build a home. That way everybody knows.
Awesome.
Yeah. Everybody knows where to find us.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
And we're confident in our product.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Well, you have to be. You have to be. You have to be get behind it and
Yeah.
push it, and be proud of it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Not to toot our own horn, but we're the shit, man. Like,
And you guys are. I could attest to that.
you know what I mean?
And live, you guys are great.
Yeah,
That's
thank
another
you.
thing too.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, I can't wait to go
Yeah.
back to there, man. Can't wait.
You guys are
Especially with the good knee now. Fuck.
Yeah, which is really cool because
Yeah.
you're actually rapping, you're not rapping over your own lyrics or anything like that. You go up there and you guys both perform.
Yeah.
And he's actually a live DJ right there. It's a cool experience.
If I
actually, to
fuck
see
up,
you
you're
guys.
gonna hear it. You know.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's live DJing. There's
Yeah,
no,
it's live
Yeah.
DJing, and that's so cool.
And live, there is no me without him.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
Like there was a show where they're like, we can't have him up there. And I'm like, well, then we're not going up.
yeah,
Fine.
Fine.
We left. We hit up a bar instead and we called it a night.
yeah.
It's
Game
like,
plan for the next-
game
yeah.
plan.
It's
Yeah.
like, you don't understand. And again, not to sound, cocky or whatever, like an asshole, but it's like, it's your loss, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't understand
Yeah,
what we have.
exactly.
And the thing is that once we accomplish what we want to accomplish,
Mhm.
we're going to open the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
And then just watch, man.
I had a
Just
quick
watch.
question.
Yeah.
The Soundz Reel show, was that the Cody Manson one?
No,
Or no, that was-
the Soundz Reel was the show that had Yolatli, Praise the
Oh.
Gods, the metal
Yeah, yeah.
bands.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah,
Glorious.
Glorious is on that bill. Yeah, yeah. That was our show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So that would have been the second one we did? Because the first one was a Cody Manson.
Yeah. The reason
Yeah.
I brought it up is because like on the Cody Manson one and the second one, we got a lot of appreciation for our set.
yeah.
Like a lot of people came up and they're like, "Damn."
Oh, shout out to Hector. Fucking
Yeah.
Hector.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
hey,
Hector.
Oh, man, he's the
Hector.
shit.
He's
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
He understood us
Yes.
right away.
Mm-hmm.
And he, looked for us
Yeah.
because he understood. And he talks more to...
Thank you, Hector.
Yeah, you're the shit, Hector. Because he understood, and he reached out. He's like, who? Like, wait, what? And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, we produce it. He's like, you could hear it. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, what the fuck, man? The sound guy
Yeah.
gave us props. Like,
Yeah. He's a good guy. He's a
oh,
good guy.
God. man.
But-
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just I didn't expect a lot of rockers or rock groups to come up to us like after the set, or I just expected like one or two people, hey,
Mhm.
that was a good, good show and everything. But no, a lot of Cody Manson came up to us and he was
Yeah.
like, "Yo,
You guys
man,
gave props.
yeah, you guys did a hell of a show. Like, oh shit, a way to open up and everything." I was like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Very
shit.
awesome. Yeah.
So we appreciate that.
Yeah. But yeah. So just we're gonna build, and the wait will be worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Plus, it's a few fucking months.
Yeah, no,
By the time this shit comes out.
yeah.
And then I also want to apologize through here because I've done it already. But like, this is the second time we meet up with Jack.
Yeah.
So there was a first episode that we did. What was it, last year already?
It was last year with Jason.
Jason was
Yeah.
here.
Shit.
Jason and Jack were here,
Mhm.
and we recorded. Well, we got together to record an episode, and my dumbass forgot to press record. But we had a great conversation.
Yeah, we had this great conversation. Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I want to apologize for that. But that's why I keep on
Yeah.
looking away because I'm like, the red light's on. Okay, we're good.
Just making sure.
Yeah,
to make
'cause
sure.
This shit
Yeah.
will go. You guys will be seeing this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, we also, for people that don't know about you guys or want to know about you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's Soundz Reel is you and Jason,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And you guys, your channels basically, you guys review shows.
Yes. Yes. Well, it all started last year. His wife was the one that kind of planted the seed because she was like, you guys always talk about music. You're always, because me and my brother were going to these long conversations about music or movies, and and da 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 da, and she kind of says, you guys should have a podcast, and we're like, oh, okay. So it was me, him, and one of our buddies, Danny, and he kind of went off and did his own thing, and I think he has his own podcast right now. He focused on wrestling, and shout out to him. No hard feelings. That's Dan of the Dead.
Yeah.
And so our thing started off with us going to the shows and seeing some of the national acts. We would just talk about the national acts.
Yeah.
And we also want to talk about movies, like cheesy movies and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
you guys review. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
we cheesy,
they're
really
great.
like obscure
Those are great.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
And but the more that we went to go see these national acts, which this is what we wanted to see, we started seeing the live, the local scenes, the local bands, and we're like, wow, man, there's some really good acts here. There's some really good music that we weren't aware of, and a lot of people I don't think are aware. We kind of blew it off, and that's when we started focusing on the local scene. We started meeting the bands. We started meeting, some of the owners, some of the club owners and stuff like that. And we started bouncing around to all these different venues, Rock House, The Living Room, Rosewood, Mona, 101, Vincent and Mellows. And we're seeing all these different bands in El Paso, everything from indie rock to thrash metal, to death metal, to black metal, everything in between. And that's where we're like, you know what? Let's start talking about this. Let's start talking about these bands that are here in El Paso.
You guys do such a great job.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank
And
you.
you guys-
Thank you.
Interviewing
And
these
you
groups.
guys too, we had this opportunity to interview them and even, talk about, their projects and stuff like that. And as far as like the hip hop's community, you guys and Sabian and Bloodshot, and all the other ones that we've and I apologize to all you, but there's been a few,
Yeah. Shout out to everybody.
yeah, shout out to everyone.
Bloodshot, everybody.
Yeah, so we have that same sense of community that you have,
Yeah.
and that we want to promote that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's what Soundz Reel is all about.
Yeah, so it's interesting because and it's almost like a job because you're saying like minimum, was it 3 shows a week?
Oh yeah, minimum we're doing 3 shows
That's
a week.
fucking
Yeah,
crazy. And you
yeah,
guys
it's
go
crazy.
out of town too,
Yeah,
which
we,
is fucking
we
crazy.
did some out of town shows.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Man. But I mean, it's good. It's good, and you guys bring awareness, and it's. I think you guys are just as important as having actual bands and artists out there. You know what I mean? Like you have that, you give that perspective on it, of it. You know.
We kind of wanted to bring the perspective of the fan.
Yeah, like we value your opinion.
yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
we have you here.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
And we do want to have that bring that sense of community, regardless if you're into hip hop or indie or whatever, just part of that whole music scene.
Yeah.
The part of what and because a lot of people I don't think really know what's out there too.
No, so you guys are a good, peeking into the window and stuff.
Yeah,
And, you know,
yeah. Kind of
letting you know what venue you guys are at and
yeah.
who you guys saw and showing little clips of like what they played
Mm-hmm.
and then interviewing them. Like, oh man, cherry on top.
yeah,
Right.
that's good. That's good. And so you're gonna go solo for a little bit, right?
So Jason, I took a little hiatus. He's focusing on some personal stuff. Everything's good, everybody. Don't worry about it. He's
Yeah.
doing really well. He's probably in a better place he has
Yeah.
been in a long time.
Just mind
And,
your business.
Yeah. So
Carry on.
I am gonna be doing my own solo stuff. Hopefully have some collabs on the show.
Yeah.
And kind of opening it up to different stuff, you know, to do the movies and release the cheese again and just have different people. So if anyone's interested, you know, you can find us on Instagram, Soundz Reel,
Plug
915. Our YouTube channel is Soundz Reel. And on Facebook,
Yeah.
it's Soundz Reel, and that's SOUNDZREEL. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So check us out, you know, and hit me up, and we could probably work something out.
Yeah. Yeah. So are you guys gonna have another live show?
We wanted to. I think we could still probably put that together, but it'll probably more than likely going to be in Alamogordo at the Rabbit Hole. So that was the plan. I was actually going to have you guys on there again.
Just say the
If you
word,
guys are
man.
willing to do
Just pick up that bat phone and we're there.
all right, that sounds like a plan. Let me put this. Let's make it real then,
Hell
because
yeah.
we have our you know, I consider them family. The people in Alamogordo, they've really embraced us,
Wow.
and they're such good people.
Nice.
And we have a venue out there. Not us, but we have someone that will open his doors.
Nice.
And he's willing to do anything as far as like, you know, hip hop. They got some hip hop artists out there too.
Oh, really?
That, you know, we could put on the bill. So it's just a matter of talking to them. I know that they kind of like had to shut down a little bit as far as because they had their own bands and all that.
Yeah.
So they were kind of like on a tour.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna start doing the shows again.
Nice.
So yeah, hopefully I could. Because I'm sure Jason's gonna be in the back helping me out on this one.
Yeah.
But we could do something together.
Hell yeah,
Absolutely.
man. Just
He
say the
will
word.
be there.
Yeah, he'll be there. Yeah.
I don't think he'll miss out on that one.
No.
That's cool, man. Any other, I'm trying to remember what questions we asked them last time. You remember?
It's been a while.
Yeah, and it's so my bad, man. I feel
That's
so
all
bad.
right. It's all right.
Okay, so you guys, obviously you guys gravitate more towards rock, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So I think last time you guys were talking about like you actually had history, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you guys had a band.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, let me plug Jason's band at this moment right now. Yeah, we were in a band, me and my brother, and we were in Carol Ann, and we did that for many years. We came out with a demo, sounded like shit. We played a lot
You
of.
still have it?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I still do. It sounds terrible, but it's good songs with just terrible production.
Doesn't sound real.
And then, you know, we played a lot of venues, but yeah, it is what it is. We never really went anywhere.
Yeah.
However, Jason is in a new band. He's in Lazy Crow.
shit.
So
Nice.
shout out to Lazy Crow.
Lazy Crow.
Yeah, they're Stoner Doom, and they performed several weeks ago. They performed at 101. And
I think I saw that.
yeah.
That's right.
So right now, I think they're going through, you know, their own thing right now, but they're going to regroup, and you should be seeing them hopefully pretty soon again. Lazy Crow.
Nice.
So check them out.
Nice,
Crow.
nice.
Yeah.
And then so Soundz Reel has been around for what, like a year? More than a year.
It's going on about a year and a half now.
Damn.
Mhm.
That was quick.
Yeah.
That
It
was
went by
crazy
really quick.
You guys built up quick too.
Well, I mean, with the you guys are like super consistent.
Yeah, when we first started, we were just consistent. We just kept on hitting and hitting and putting our name out there. And then just recently, you know, because of what we were going through, we kind of disappeared a little bit, but we're back, or at least I'm back. So
Yeah, no, and I like the resilience
Yeah.
because you guys are running into, you know, hiccups,
yeah,
you know, here and there and stuff. So you guys understand like the important, like the the product is so important. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
like, don't worry. I got to go. I'll take
Yeah.
care of it. Because you could have easily been like, well, let's.
Yeah. Yeah. I could have just been like, okay, that was it. That was a nice run.
Yeah.
Peace out. But no.
Yeah.
No, we talked about it, and he was like, "Are you gonna keep doing it?" I said, "Yeah, I am."
That's so cool.
Yeah,
Man.
and it's like you said
Yeah,
earlier,
I mean,
a little scared, like breathe that
Yeah, yeah. Sexy co-host.
sexy co-host.
Oh yeah.
It's like, and then when he wants to come back, it's like, sorry, bro.
And excuse me, who are you?
Yeah, exactly. There was never a Jason.
Have some auditions.
That's funny.
Watch out, Jason.
That's funny.
No te creas.
And I think that was it. Do you remember anything we asked him?
Yeah, I do remember one. Why the title Soundz Reel.
Oh yeah.
Soundz Reel. It's actually kind of play on words, but so if you look at the way we did it, it sounds and then real, REEL.
It's just
It was the love
so
of
clever.
yeah. It was the love of it was the love of music and film.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I like that everybody at the end says that after their interview.
Mhm.
Like, sounds real. Sounds real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of play on that too.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Sounds real. Sounds
Sounds
real.
real, yeah.
And that's how it just came out too.
Yeah.
He said sounds real, and I answered back, sounds
Mhm.
real. And we just kept it as the tag.
Yeah, that's hell yeah.
That's so cool, man. What else? I think that was it, really. And yeah, I want to apologize, man. But you know what? Also, I mean, I don't want to come up with excuses or anything, but during that time,
Mm-hmm.
talking about where the places that we were at, and stuff like
Mhm.
that, my mind wasn't all there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I have that to thank for me fucking up the other episode too.
Oh, there you go.
Like my mind was just like I wasn't in a good spot at all,
Yeah,
man. You
yeah.
know what I mean? And it's so I think it's so important to like take care of yourself first, which goes to like Jason's point. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like he's
absolutely.
dealing with whatever it is he's dealing with. Like you go
Mhm.
do that because this will still be here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But you got to make sure you take care of yourself, man. Because
I totally agree.
and I'm pretty sure all of us could attest to that. But
Yeah.
Of course.
that point, particularly in my life, which I'm so glad it's behind me, was when we were
Mhm.
laying that down, my mind was just mush.
Yeah. No, it happens. Yeah.
It was horrible,
Yeah.
man. So yeah, I'm grateful that I was able to shake that off, and then Ackurett suggested like let's do this,
Mhm.
and I just like just
Because it was a shot in the dark. I was just like, we can do this project in the meantime. And
Mhm.
if he said no, like I'm still just not.
yeah
Yeah.
because it's
He's
just like
let's test it out.
And sometimes things have to fall into place and have to kind of play out the way they do. And I'll be honest with you. This year, I've been through a roller coaster of stuff myself.
yeah
Now I'm a pretty private guy when it comes to my own personal life, but at the end of the day, I honestly believe that sometimes there is a plan,
yeah
and we don't see it.
Never do.
We kind of want to force things to be a certain way, but sometimes when you just step back and say, man, if you believe in God or whatever, higher power, it's like, you know what, take the wheel,
yeah
and you get guided.
that's crazy.
You get guided to the place where you're supposed to be, and and that's where I'm living that right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, geez, I'm back with the person that I've always loved.
Yeah.
Which shout out to
Yeah.
that person.
Hi.
Hi, and you know who the person is.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was his name again? I'm just playing.
So
I'm playing.
no, but and it's
So
weird
many
because you just kind of like just allowed it to be, and then played out the way it.
Yeah. That's crazy that you say that, Jack, because that same thing happened to me. Like I was
Mhm.
going through that time, and I was so frustrated, man. Like, I don't think in that moment, we actually like addressed it, but afterwards, right? Me and my wife were talking, and she was like, "You know what? Like, I don't think we could have, like, if things wouldn't have changed, we
Mhm.
wouldn't have been together." And I was like, "Yeah, man, you're right."
Mhm.
Because it was just bad, man. It was bad, and it's crazy that you say like once you leave it, like whoever you believe in, the universe, God, whatever.
Mhm.
That's what I did. You know what I mean? It was like, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it in your hands, and that's it.
Yeah.
Once I did that, I let go. Everything just fell into place, and I was like, what the? Like, it was like creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy good.
Yeah. Creepy
But-
good. Yeah. Kind of. I share the same experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell, man? But yeah, that goes to show, like, us humans, we want to control everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
we want to control everything. But once you just let it go, and Ackurett too, man, I give him props, man, because we're both going, and we had totally different situations and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I know I needed, because I talked my ass off, and and just to have someone, to vent to and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and then we would just talk. Like we spent hours in here just talking. I mean, we work too, but I think a lot of it, like, that's our dynamic.
Absolutely.
That's how we
Yeah.
find out. We learn about each other. I know he's a good person.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he thinks the same way. You know what I mean?
Of course,
but,
of
but it's
course.
just like, I know from the outside looking in, it might just be like, what the hell are they doing? I don't hear no music.
Yeah.
But it's like, we're forming a bond, man.
Yeah.
Like, like, this doesn't just come overnight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and like we're talking, like, we've been working together we've known each other since 2020.
Yeah. Wow.
And I was like,
Been a while.
damn.
Yeah.
You know?
By chance too.
And it goes by quick. Huh?
Yeah, and it's just like, and we formed a bond. You know what I mean? Like, we've been there where, like, personal stuff happens,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, yeah, it feels like the right thing to do. It's like, little by little, it's just, we just get tighter and tighter and tighter, and this music,
And this is what happens. Yeah.
music brings us
This
together.
is the result.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some dope shit, motherfuckers. So buy it. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me for questions for you guys.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, you
This
you
was
have
fun.
anything?
Um,
Anything?
just the merch.
Yeah.
Check out
Check out the merch.
Check
the
out these
merch
dope ass
is-
fucking shirts, man.
I mean, they're nice and soft and
The
good
shirts
quality.
too.
I ran
man,
this shit through the washer like
Yeah.
15 times already.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Good.
just to like test it and
Yeah.
You know.
I told him, I was like,
with
just-
bleach.
Yeah.
And
you know,
and I press them.
Oh.
I
man.
press them. I found out how to get the prints and
Yeah.
stuff. I press them. We order the shirts.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I've been through so many shirts.
Yeah.
And finally, I found
they're not
the
cheap
ones.
quality. You know, like
No,
they're
like
really
ones-
good. Like
They're comfy.
I'm picky about shirts.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they're
They feel
comfy.
soft.
Yeah, and like I said,
Picture feels nice.
yeah,
Mhm.
we got the QR codes in the back.
Energy 1 shirts, Energy 2
Yeah,
shirts.
we got the Energy ones over there.
Uh,
And yeah, man, it's just we're not worried about how long we take
Mhm.
because we know it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah.
You know, we're just building right now. You know?
yeah.
Cool.
And like we said, brick by brick,
I agree.
and that's the best way to do it.
I agree.
But all right. Well, with that being said, damn, I haven't done this in a long ass time. What did I say again?
You'll be
Oh, yeah,
uploading
so
this. Or,
This is the Puras Pendejadas podcast. This is Jack from Soundz Reel. Again, your social media.
yeah.
Yeah, you can find us on Instagram, Soundz Reel 915, Facebook, Soundz Reel, and then our YouTube channel, Soundz Reel.
Soundz Reel. Soundz Reel. Your social media.
At Ackurett 1, ACKURETT1 on Twitter. Because no one says X.
Yeah, stupid.
No one says it. No
Yeah.
one says
So, and I am your host Rob D at Rob D Music on Instagram. I am your host Rob D. This is the Puras Pendejadas podcast, and I'll be dropping this shit whenever the fuck I want to. All right. Later.